The Food and Agriculture Organization said the World Price Index rose in April for the first time in a year. The organization said that the rise reflected the increase in the prices of sugar, meat, and rice. The following report has more details.
The World Price Index for the UN Food Agency increased in April for the first time in a year, although it's still almost 20% higher than a record high reached in March 2020 as a result of Russia and Ukraine's war. The Food and Agriculture Organization said that the price index for the most widely traded foodstuffs averaged 127.2 points in April, as opposed to 126.5 in March. The number for March was first reported as 126.9. A Rome-based agency claimed that the increase in April was due to higher costs for sugar, pork, and rice, which partially offset falls in the price indices for cereals, dairy products, and vegetable oils. Since March, the sugar price index has increased with 17.6%. Reaching its highest level since October 2011, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization. The increase is as a result of worries about shortages following negative adjustments to production predictions for China and India, as well as lower than anticipated outputs in Thailand and the European Union. According to a report by the Food Security Information Network, more than 250 million people will experience acute hunger in 2023. Countries like Yemen suffer from extreme famine. The conflict that erupted in early 2015 has led to an ongoing unprecedented humanitarian emergency. The needs of the Yemeni people regarding food far exceeded current consumption levels, with 3.5 million pregnant or breastfeeding women and children under 5 suffering from acute malnutrition, and up to 19 million people affected by food insecurity. Since the start of the Russian-Ukraine war, the global supplies of grain and other key agricultural products has disrupted and also led to the increase in food prices. Yemen is a country that highly depends on grain imports to meet the needs of the people, which are already suffering from famine. The conflict and the situation in Yemen have put many stresses on the private sector in Yemen. The present level of hunger is extremely fragile, inflicting great misery for millions of people. According to a Food Insecurity Information Network report, the number of people in need of immediate food, nutrition, and livelihood assistance increased for the fourth year in a row, with more than 250 million people suffering from acute hunger. Unfortunately, the help provided still does not reach everyone in Yemen, leaving many people on the verge of starvation. The humanitarian response in Yemen has turned out to be a disaster. The country has more individuals in need this year, and more lives will be lost if no help is offered.